The Galactic Council had seen 1,000 civilizations rise and fall. They had watched the Velthari burn their own sun in a desperate bid for power. They had witnessed the Koran collapse under the weight of their own perfection. They had recorded, with cold precision, the extinction of 43 species who believed themselves invincible. But they had never, not once in 11 million years, seen anything like humans. Commander Yeva Reyes floated in the observation deck of ISV Resolute, staring at the debris field where Station Kappa 7 used to be. 3,000 people, gone in 4 minutes. The Dreth had not even slowed down. She pressed her hand against the cold glass and stared at the wreckage. Somewhere in that debris were people she had trained with, eaten with, laughed with. Now there were dust and metal drifting silently through space. She did not look away. She made herself remember every face she could. Commander, Lieutenant Okafor's voice was tight. Dreth fleet is holding position at the debris field. 17 warships. They're waiting. Waiting for what? For us to run, ma'am. Yeva's jaw tightened. She pulled up the tactical display. 17 Dreth warships, each one 3 times the size of Resolute. Their hull technology alone was legendary. Quantum-layered armor that could absorb direct plasma strikes without a scratch. Their weapons had cracked moons. Their fleet had never lost a single engagement in over 200 years of expansion. And they were waiting for humans to run. Open a channel to the fleet, she said quietly. Okafor hesitated. Ma'am, we only have 4 ships. Open the channel. Across the debris field, inside the Dreth flagship Eternal Dominion, Fleet Commander Graxis watched the human vessels with mild curiosity. They're not retreating, said his tactical officer Vren. They will, Graxis replied, settling deeper into his command throne. They always do. Soft creatures.
No exoskeleton. No natural armor. Their lifespans are laughably short. They feel pain acutely, far more than any warrior species should. He tilted his head. They will run, or they will die quickly. Either way, this sector belongs to the Dreth within the hour. Vren studied the human ships on his screen. Something felt wrong, but he could not name it. There was something in the way those 4 small vessels held their position. Not the stillness of hesitation, but the stillness of decision. Sir, their energy signatures are increasing. Charging weapons. Desperation. Graxis waved a claw dismissively. It changes nothing. No, sir. It's not weapons. Vren leaned closer to his screen, his eyes narrowing. It's everything. Life support. Engineering. Even their medical bays. They are routing all power to shields and engines. Graxis sat up slightly. Why would they sacrifice life support? Vren had no answer. Yeva's voice came through every speaker in every human ship, calm as a winter morning. This is Commander Reyes. 3,000 of our people are floating in pieces behind us. You all know what happened. You all know what's in front of us. I'm not going to tell you we can win. I don't know if we can. What I know is that those 17 ships have never fought humans who decided not to care about surviving. Today we are going to show them something they have never entered into their databases. We are going to show them that we are most dangerous when we have nothing left to lose. Inside the Eternal Dominion, Graxis listened to the transmission in silence. He had heard many species make their final declarations before dying. Defiant words were not unusual, but something in the human commander's voice was different. There was no desperation in it. No angst. No fear. Just absolute, quiet certainty. It unsettled him more than he wanted to admit. Then the humans moved. Graxis watched in genuine confusion as the 4 human ships split formation. Not to flee, but to attack from 4 simultaneous angles, each ship aimed directly at a different Dreth warship. They were using their own bodies as bait. Each ship flew close enough to draw fire, close enough that the Dreth weapons, designed for long-range devastation, could not track fast enough. And in the gaps between those massive moon-cracking weapons, the humans fired. Small shots. Precise shots. Targeting not the armor but the seams. The joints. The exhaust ports. They had studied Dreth ships. Memorized every weakness. and they had decided that the only way to use that knowledge was to get close enough to die doing it. What followed was 17 minutes of something the Galactic Council would later struggle to classify. It was not a battle. It was a demonstration. Human pilots flew their ships into positions that should have been suicide, relying on reaction times that Dreth scientists would later measure and refused to believe. Human engineers rerouted power in ways that violated every principle of safe operation, keeping weapons firing long after systems screamed for shutdown. Human soldiers manually held damaged plasma conduits together with their bare hands, burned, conscious, and holding, for 4 full minutes until the shot that destroyed a second Dreth warship could be fired. They felt every second of it. That was the thing Graxus could not understand. Even as his fleet began to fall, Dreth warriors were engineered to suppress pain, to feel nothing in battle. They fought clean and cold and efficient. It had always been their greatest advantage. But humans felt everything, and kept going anyway. The pain did not stop them. It did not even slow them down. It was as if suffering itself meant nothing to them when they had decided something mattered more. When the 14th Dreth warship exploded in a white blaze of fire, Graxus finally gave the order no Dreth fleet commander had given in 600 years. Retreat. The Galactic Council reviewed the battle footage in complete silence. Elder Counselor Thesavin, oldest living member of the council, watched the footage of the human engineer holding the plasma conduit with her bare hands. Watched the readouts showing her pain receptors firing at maximum capacity. Watched her hold on anyway. Her eyes never closed. "They have no enhanced pain suppression?" she asked quietly. "None," confirmed the analyst. "Baseline biology. They feel pain exactly as their evolutionary ancestors did hundreds of thousands of years ago. And they choose to continue?" "Apparently yes. Consistently. Across the entire species." Thesavin was quiet for a long time. "We have classified many species as dangerous," she finally said. "Fast. Strong. Armored. Intelligent. We have never had a classification for a species that is none of those things by our standards, and is somehow the most dangerous thing we have ever encountered." The council chamber was completely still. "What do we classify them as?" the analyst asked. Thesavin looked back at the footage. At 4 small ships. At 3,000 dead. At 17 Dreth warships burning silently in the dark. "Unstoppable," she said. "When it matters."